Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We have, for now, TEQ LR Fusion Zamasu's final test against the Shadow Dragon SYN Shenron. We do have man on rotation immediately, which is great. And the beautiful thing, even though SYN can super us for 924k or do 330k on a basic, is the fact that for this one turn, Zamasu is untouchable. Of course, once again, we are not facing a realm of God's enemy, so we do have the extra attack and defense plus 50%. We're also going to we're also going to get hit before we super attack, so we do have that additional. But we have all of the damage reduction, so this is not going to phase us. This is perfect. Yeah, 41 damage, because we have our 40% damage reduction from passive, 20% damage reduction from the entrance animation, and the extra 20% we get for the first turn. Now, Easy AJL Zamasu is on the team, but I am going to float him just because I do want to do a video, of course, separately, completely around him in the Shadow Dragon event. So he will be floating, so just ignore him. Pretend he's not there. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like one of those kids of, do you got games on your phone? Just ignore them. Pretend they're not there. But yeah, we're going to float him. I did bring Rose, which I know is a bit of a risk, but I'm like, if I can just get the final blow, along with having his support, and then in the end he'll have type advantage, then we're cooking. Like, we're cooking with fire. The only thing is, do I want to not have an item active right now? Again, 330k on a basic. He's starting with 229. Does he get anything on super apart from the 50%? Been a while. No, he doesn't. It's just once he gets the final blow. Do I just use an item? No, because, oh, I completely forgot. The second phase, he's going to have type disadvantage. SYN is AGL. See, if I wasn't treating Zamasu or AGL Zamasu like the kid who's always like, have you got games on your phone? It would be okay. If he hits an additional right now, that's actually huge. But if I wasn't doing that, obviously the rotation would be a lot better because we could float him. I mean, to be fair, he's tanking double digits. He's not going to get the finishing blow, of course, because we done nowhere near as much damage. I was hoping the friend one, who was rainbowed, to get, like, additionals constantly. And Golden Freezer's here, of course, to do Golden Freezer type things, which is tank. That's literally all Golden Freezer is here for. He is here to soak up as much damage as he possibly can. Could we hit again? Alright, okay, we're missing 20% damage reduction, but we still have, what, 60? 80k. Do you know what? That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Because not only is my Fusion Zamasu big 9.8 mil crit, you hit me slightly harder, I will go higher and hit you even harder back. Hold that, bitch. But, yeah, what was I saying? Do you know why 80k isn't too bad? Because we have 60% damage reduction. He hadn't supered yet. And mine's at 55%, all while having type disadvantage. So 80k from a 924k super is still amazing. See, this is what worries me, because he has AoEs. So I am going to float Rose. Just hopefully we can get the finishing blow on this guy. I'm going to have the Whis active just because I don't... While he has type disadvantage, I just don't trust it. But hopefully the crits are going to come out so we can do as much damage as possible. And then, of course, hit Shenron with the finishing blow with Rose. I didn't know who else to bring, just because a lot of my extreme units that can go on TEQ LR Zamasu's 200% lead, just they don't have dupes, or they have one, which I don't think is enough. I mean, of course, the friend one, while having type advantage, is doing a ton of damage. Of course, this phase, Zamasu's untouchable, because while he still has all of his damage reduction, and the extra defense from, like, HP and being hit and stuff, along with also having the additional from being hit, and doing the damage he can do, this phase is a walk in the park for Zamasu. We've actually done so much damage, but Rose isn't going to do enough. Unless he crits, additionals, crits again, we're not going to get the finishing blow, which is such a shame. He didn't do any of the things at all that I said, so yeah, no. But at least we have the Whis for a precaution, but at this rate, we didn't even need it. We literally almost one-turned that phase. Okay, it doesn't matter, you're here. You're being ignored. I mean, we have a Whis active. Not that it matters, because again, like we have, I think this might be his final turn of his damage reduction, or like at least the full 60. And he has type advantage, so this is doing nothing. At least Rose and Zamasu got some extra build up. There is that. Oh yeah, cool. All right, bet. I mean, this is going to do nothing because we also have a Whis active. Yeah, 91 damage. And 13 milli we're going to hit you back with. We're going to clap back with a 13 mil super with type advantage. 10 milli crit as well. Light work. Light work. It's just light work. It honestly is light work. Okay. Is Piccolo okay? Like, don't get me wrong, he is amazing, but I'm not sure. Again, he doesn't have big bad bosses active because, I mean, we finally got up to level 7. But we don't have big bad bosses active right now, so I don't know if the 208k defense is enough. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. This is the only thing. Piccolo at 55%, while he has literally been amazing, I'm not sure how well he holds up right now. Like pre-super at least. Okay, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I popped the Whis because there's a second group attack coming. I'm actually really glad I did that. Because I'm pretty sure if I didn't, we would have been dead. The only benefit about us losing some HP is big bad bosses. But we have lost a ton of health right now. I mean, at least with AGL Zamasu being here, we do get some healing. Like, we do get, what, the 10% and then the extra 10% if he does get hit 5 times. Even though we are ignoring him. Which, to be fair, he hasn't stacked up whatsoever because he's floating and stuff. So, you know, at least there's that. But I'm definitely glad I popped the Whis. Otherwise, we definitely would have been dead. Alright, this is the friend one. He's double supered and we have a Whis active. Of course, he's tanking double digits. Of course. I think even mine might have tanked double digits in that scenario as well. Because, of course, if that was my one, we would have been hit, which means we got the additional potentially. And then if he double supered, we would have guaranteed I think we would have taken similar amounts of damage, even though mine's at 55%. Frieza's also built up next to nothing either. So there is that. We're up to 480k on a basic, 1.344 million on a super. Even though SYN starts on smoke out the gate, it hasn't phased TEQ Zamasu whatsoever. That 924k, because we had, what, the full 60% damage reduction, or 80. No, 60. No, 80. Doesn't hurt us at all. Even with the 60, doesn't touch us at all. The second phase, we have type advantage, and one more turn of all our damage reduction. Not phased. Right, we do have the support. I could use the domain. Do I use the domain? We have a Whis active, so I kind of don't want to. But the Whis is going to apply to everyone else. So we are going to pop the domain. I haven't used his animations in a hot minute. So we are going to pop those right now. We just need to get everything set up to do them. But let's pop the domain, bruh. SYN, you ain't ready. Honestly, it's actually a joke that currently one of the hardest enemies on global now can't even touch Zamasu. So we've also got Rose's support going, along with Infinite for Zamasu's 60% defense. So everyone's kind of beefed up, and there's also, of course, a Whis active. So we're actually in a pretty good spot. I mean, Zamasu again is untouchable at this point. I said we have a Whis active. Yeah, literally, what are you doing with that 1.344 million super? Guess what? You're doing nothing with it. Nothing. Hold that. Hold it. But yeah, we've got 60% defense on Rose and Easy Rose and Zamasu, along with Strength Rose's support. 14 milli. Oh my god. This is why I need a new Rose with his support. Yeah, everyone's chilling. Everyone's chilling. The Whis with the support, or both supports, and then Infinite Zamasu taking niche. Right now, this rotation's unstoppable. It's a shame we couldn't get Rose's final blow, but if I'm being completely honest, we haven't actually needed it. Yeah, it might mean we wouldn't have used an item at one point. Sure, maybe. But yeah, but this is why I want a new Rose that is ridiculous with the support, with that 50% attack and defense, or 60 if you want to go there. Even 40 would be okay. Alright, we've got the giant form, which is neither here nor there. I don't really mind getting it, considering like our Zamasu's in the domain right now for 5 turns. So I mean, it literally writes itself. As I said, he literally doesn't take damage for those 5 turns, and we can just watch him just deal the damage back. Well, honestly, this TEQ LR Fusion Zamasu is ridiculous. Not only is he himself insane and one of the best units in the game, but the domain, it just elevates him. It just elevates him even more, even though he's already ridiculously good. And not only that, because of his support, he then elevates a lot of the units around him as well. Yeah, it's not attack and defense, but that 60% defense honestly can make a difference, like a huge difference. Especially with an item active. But like, what are you supposed to do for 5 turns against a guy that you literally cannot hit? Like, you can't take damage with. You just have to take 9 to 10 million super attacks, like, for free. While everyone else is getting buffed. It's stupid. It's honestly ridiculous how good he is. Like, he is generally unstoppable. Like, the way we have walked through the first phase, especially the second phase, like, I know it was the friend one, but still, that's the levels Zamasu can get to with dupes, and especially Rainbowed. But, like, we literally walked through the first 2 phases. We literally walked. We almost one-turned SYN second phase because of that type of advantage with the friend Zamasu. He's actually a joke of a unit. And I thought bringing Rose might have been a risk, but because of how much or how easy it's been to walk through the event with him, Rose has been in no forms of danger whatsoever. And now Rose, whenever he does peer again, will get extra 60% defense on top of that, along with the 50% he gets on super, which I know isn't doing too much for him. But he also has type advantage, so it does give him that bit extra, so it does actually make a difference. But like, we have honestly breezed through this, where the units I thought may get caught. I mean, to be fair, Piccolo was taking damage. If we didn't have the Weast, we would have been dead. But like, we have done so much damage that we have breezed through the majority of this event. Like, Piccolo's even putting a shift in right now. Like, honestly, even his team is so good. So that if we could just get a Rose with support to tie everything together, perfect. Perfect. All right. So I think for the final turn, I'm going to have AGL Zamasu on rotation. Just so Piccolo isn't taking all of those attacks if we do have to go through the whole rotation and go for another turn. Of course, tanking double digits. 18.5 mil. Oh god. Zamasu Rainbow is a joke. 10 milli crit. We didn't get the additional super. I mean, we could get the potential. We did. We didn't get a super. Damn. SYN generally got made to look like a pushover. This was easy. This generally was easy. He's barely stacked, and because of that 50% damage reduction, he's still taking nothing. This generally was easy. This is currently one of the hardest events on Global, and it was easy because of LR Zamasu. But there we have it. I mean, I can't wait to see what this Dismal Future, like the final stage of the Dismal Future Red Zone, has to offer, because I can't wait to see how ridiculously difficult that is and how easy TEQ LR Zamasu may make it. But he is currently my favorite unit in the game. He is literally unstoppable. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.